The Keystone XL pipeline has suffered yet another setback. The U.S. Supreme Court rejected a request from the Trump administration to allow construction of parts of the Keystone XL pipeline that have been blocked by a federal judge in Montana. The court upheld a lower court ruling. And as Eric Sorensen reports, after years of legal battles, that means the future of the pipeline is again up in the air.
This project is about Alberta taking control of its destiny.
Just days after Alberta's premier kicked off construction of the Keystone XL pipeline, the mega project is stalled once again. From the U.S. Supreme Court, a non-decision thunderbolt, rejecting a bid from the Trump administration to allow Keystone construction that's been blocked by a Montana judge. The massive project would ship more than 800,000 barrels of crude from Alberta's oil sands to refineries on the U.S. Gulf Coast. The Canadian company behind the pipeline says in a statement, TC Energy remains committed to the future of this project. The court decision comes as a coalition of environmental organizations urges Ottawa to chart a new path away from oil and towards climate protection. The International Institute for Sustainable Development says billions of federal dollars that will be spent recovering from COVID-19 should come with green strings attached. For the carbon economy, support only for companies that agree to net zero emissions by 2050. For the new economy, stimulus to build a green recovery with green jobs. In short, this is no time for Alberta or Ottawa to spend billions on pipelines, says the report's co-author.
There's a huge risk that we're actually creating stranded assets instead of putting our money towards low-carbon sectors where we know there's going to be jobs in the long run.
The Alberta government has maintained the economic recovery from COVID-19 needs Canadian oil.
It will only happen if we get pipelines built.
But the oil sector is struggling. Ottawa spent $4 billion on the proposed TMX pipeline expansion from Alberta to BC that several Indigenous groups still oppose. All this at a time when oil prices are low and some investors are pulling back.
As the economic recovery unfolds, how much net new investment do we see in the oil and gas sector? So I think it's going to take several years for the oil and gas sector to get back to its pre-COVID levels of activity, given the dramatic economic shock that's taken place.
As for Keystone XL, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden has vowed to scrap Donald Trump's approval of it, which means a project now stopped by the courts is uncertain to restart after November's U.S. election. Eric Sorensen, Global News, Toronto.